Video game publishers would like to have you think that they put microtransactions into their single-player games for your convenience. Don't feel like grinding out those blueprint recipes for new weapons in Dead Space 3? Pay us a few extra bucks and you won't have to. You want access to this cool thing, or you want to skip ahead some of our grindy content that we made grindy to get your money? Well, you can do that too. Kind of begs the question, don't you think, that if these progression systems are bothersome enough that people are willing to pay real money to skip them, why are they in the game in the first place? Some people in this world believe it's fine. I don't have the time to earn this or that, just let me pay so I can get them goodies too. No harm, no foul, right? While on the surface, this argument seems to be completely justified and harmless. Why shouldn't they be allowed to trade their money for convenience? This, my friends, is where it all starts. I don't have a problem with that opinion, but I do have a problem for what it means for publishers. If you're one of those people that support this argument, you're not just giving developers confirmation to continue including microtransactions in single-player games. What you're really doing is telling developers to design systems in games that are designed to encourage people to want to skip past them. I could talk about Dead Space 3 some more, but I think we all see that example very crystal clear. Much of the game was just a grindfest to annoy people just enough that they'd open up their wallets and give them more money. But let's talk about Shadow of War, a game that just a few days ago announced that the Nemesis system would also include single-player microtransactions. You'll be able to purchase loot chests, war chests, XP boosts, and bundles of all shapes and sizes to get all of these. Furthermore, you can actually get new followers and training orders to help you get ahead even further. Sure, most of these are randomized through loot boxes, but you get the picture. You want to blaze through the game? Cough up some money. I will tell you firsthand right now that there is no way that the Nemesis system, or the game in general, is not being influenced by the introduction of these microtransactions. The sole reason for its inclusion is not to make your life more convenient. That's just a scapegoat for the actual reality. That reality being that they want your money, plain and simple. How they are encouraging you to give them your money is the real tragedy. I will guarantee you that Shadow of War has been weighted against the quote-unquote convenience of these cash items. The game will be just that much more annoying for people who don't want to pay, just a little bit more grindy, just enough to make us want to consider giving them our money. We can't be sure what exactly about the game has been altered to force this agenda, but something is there, I can assure you. Game publishers want to cover up how they've changed the design of the game by throwing us that quote-unquote convenience card instead. But the reality is that Shadow of War has been changed in some way to encourage us to buy their in-game gold with our real money. If this wasn't the case, this statement would never be included in the announcement letter 4 days ago. It's not ironic that this little statement or this paragraph here is mentioned, obviously because people are suspicious of these systems. After all, if nothing was altered in the game to accommodate them, why are they already justifying them? It's because people have become aware. We've been through the Destiny, the Mankind Divided, and the Assassin's Creed Unity. I would hope that people are aware enough that it's not greed, it's just smart business though. Video game development costs are at an all-time high, and targeting our marginal spending with additional in-game items was the obvious evolution after the DLC revolution. If gamers are willing to indulge in these systems, we all lose though. Perfectly great games like Dead Space 3, a game that was supposed to be a treasure, was sunk to the bottom of the sea, now resting eternally as one of the biggest rip-offs in microtransaction history. I'm 100% against the inclusion of any microtransaction in any single-player game. It doesn't make your life more convenient if you want to bypass it, because it's making everyone else's less convenient who don't want to. Some would say that that's the point of it, but it's not, because those systems are designed to be laborious, tedious, and grindy, when in fact they have no business being there. If they weren't there, your gaming life wouldn't need to be more convenient because the game wouldn't require it. Enemies made that much more bullet spongy to get you to spend $3 on a magazine-size upgrade for your favorite high-powered rifle. Difficulty made that much more harder to encourage you to buy a real money weapon. Or leveling mechanics made more labor-intensive to get you to purchase that EXP boost for $1.50. Imagine those enemies were designed properly, that difficulty balanced, and leveling made more fair. It's publishers taking advantage of directing developers to tweak these things to make our games more frustrating just to make them more money. Microtransactions have no business in full-priced single-player games. It's the poison that makes games worse, with the sad justification that they're making games more convenient. Do you want to pay your way through an artificial game design, or play a well-designed game that isn't out to milk you and break the balance of its systems just enough to nudge you towards giving them more money? Extra content is always welcome in games, but like many things, there is a balance, and unfortunately, these past few years have proven that developers and publishers do not understand what that balance means. We should be giving our money to companies that do not exercise this behavior to send a message to this industry. If you want our money, then you had better earn it the right way. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think about this topic in the comment section down below. And if you'd like to support our channel, feel free to subscribe to Downward Thrust and consider checking out my Patreon at patreon.com/downwardthrust. You guys have a super duper awesome day, and we'll see you in our next video.